Honk. Woo! What is up, guys? Welcome back to Cobra Kai Nation. How are we all doing today? So we got some new character news about the new character Kenny that's played by Dallas Dupree Young. And as you may already know, yesterday Drew did on Monday Drew did an interview with this individual, which is really cool because we got some new updates. So big shout out to Drew, Cobra Kai Kid, because he basically interviewed a new cast member, and there's some details about the character where we actually found out and kind of what his significance is. So, Dallas Young, he's right there. This is a character that a lot of people have been wondering, like, what his significance is. And it's definitely of interest. So, yeah, got to talk about it for sure. And just want to say hello to you guys. So, Tonono, what's up? Linear, what is up? Syrah, Elias, Ali, Charlie, Michael, been a while. Matty, Brandon, what's up, everybody? Matt, Bray, yes. Hello, everyone. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, what is up, everybody? How are we all doing? I appreciate that, Ben. Thank you, bro. Big shout out to you, man. Hey, everybody. How are we all doing? Yeah, so basically, it won't be too long on this stream, but I do have a video coming out later. So yeah, this new character, is very interesting. I mean, his character description matched very much of Miguel, but we're going to talk about that right now. So in this article, it mentions the interview with Drew, which is pretty cool, as it says here. Maybe you can zoom in on that so you guys can see. During a June 2021 live stream uploaded on Cobra Kai Kid YouTube channel, Dallas Young shared some information about Kenny's significance in season 4. So this is the part we want to read. It's pretty much here. So he says that Kenny is going to be an important factor in season 4 because he brings fresh talent and fresh young minds to have fun in karate and see what they can do with all these adults. And this actor's only 14, so he's probably playing maybe someone the same age, or maybe the same as Anthony, that kind of age. And he's also revealed that the character's pretty much gets bullied, and other guys kind of go through that same thing that we've seen in Cobra Kai. And obviously Miguel went through that, Eli went through that, Dimitri went through that. But what's interesting is, you remember that leaked footage all the way back in, I think it was end of January, start of February. There was a kid that opened the door to Robbie when we could tell that was definitely Robbie. I think this is a kid. So he's being bullied, and he's a character that sounds very similar to Miguel. I mean, what he says here, bullying is not going to stop ever. So that's why I want to bring within this character. I want him to be an important factor just so everybody can love him, because he's such a great kid. So this character sounds very much like Miguel already, but I don't think they're trying to make him Miguel, more so to have a similarity. He also said that his storyline it does differ to Miguel, Eli, and pretty much those two. So if you remember that, it's slightly different. Kenny being bullied is a little different because everybody else was, of course, high schoolers, and I'm not going to say who the bullies are or anything, but he's a kid who's being bullied and turns to the dojo to fight back because he wants that strength and that confidence to go after somebody, which, whether it's physically or just telling them to stop, but it's a little bit different from anyone else, explained Young. So he's going to join a karate dojo, that's for sure, because he's a new character. Why wouldn't you put him in a dojo? But which dojo? Cobra Kai? Miyagi-Do? Eagle Fang? Sounds like he's going to go to Cobra Kai. It would make sense for the story. But maybe he realizes it's not really what he expected. It's not about self-defense with Karate Kid. I mean, with Cobra Kai, it's so much more. So I think he's going to realize that I reckon he's going to do that thing where he realizes, yeah, this isn't what I thought it was. End up maybe joining Eagle Fang. Probably be a good fit for him. But maybe he joins a dojo that's not even part. But yeah, he obviously he's going to tease a little bit more about season 4. He's saying that when he read the scripts, he was like really surprised and he's really excited for it. So, the best thing with the show is whenever you expect something to happen, it doesn't happen. It's something completely different. I mean, some stuff does happen that we've predicted, but I guess that's just being such a big fan of the show. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, like going crazy. I honestly think this character is going to be quite an interesting one because he's going to be picked on and bullied, but it's going to be different. So, like, does that mean someone kind of steps in for him, or does he handle the bullies himself? Because I don't want that to be a repeat of Miguel and Eli. Like, they get all like confident with Cry and they just fight. But I'd like to see how he kind of stands up for himself. I think he's going to go Cobra Kai. But what do you guys think? Where do you guys think he will join? I'm just reading in the comments. If I could interview him, you know what? I will at some point. I mean, he's definitely someone I was thinking about. But fair play to Drew because he interviewed him. So I would have probably asked similar things about his character, but that's pretty cool. Drew got this interview, so he smashed it. Yeah, tell me about it. I was, even like the Geek Tweak thing, we were all enjoying it. It was crazy. Another school fight, yeah. I mean, things are pretty clear in the school, so I think we're definitely getting more interesting things there with the school. And yeah, the whole prom stuff, maybe that ties into this. Not that he would be in prom because his character would be younger than like Miguel and Eli, but kind of just keeps it there. You know what? I think he might be swayed by different ways. And the new character, Devon, played by Una O'Brien, must have some sort of significance with Kenny because they're very similar in age by the looks of it. So maybe they have interactions and maybe we see Anthony a part of that. He would be that third guy. When there's always two characters, there tends to be a third character involved with them. You know what I mean? Like, look at Sam and Miguel. Robbie was there. It kind of Ali, Johnny, Daniel. You know what I mean? There's always a triangle. Maybe a love triangle, but I don't know. Maybe these kids are too young for that. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how that goes. Kenny versus Bert. I think Bert is going to be a little bit young. I mean, a little bit older than him. So I think he'll be just about older. Maybe Kenny would like Devon. That's a big theory, I think. Like, just because they're both coming into the series together, it kind of makes sense they interact. I think that would be a good idea. I do hope they do something with those two like together because that would be a good way of integrating them in the story rather than separately. Because I'd rather we focus on the other things, but I'm sure they will anyway. Miguel's dad comes home, maybe the end of season 4. What's up, Kira? How you doing? Cobra Kai never dies. Yes, Miguel DS6. What's up, John? I think they're trying to keep it fresh. Maybe they want to, don't want to make things a bit dull for this season. But I don't think it's ever going to be dull. New characters or not, like, we're still going to have a lot of awesome things. Because, like, we've got Terry Silver freaking coming back. That guy is going to run the show for season 4. Like, Terry Silver alone is big enough to be a good enough season. Like, having Terry Silver in season 4 is already setting up to be better than season 3. So I honestly think having other characters might just want to keep it flowing more. But obviously we'll see how that goes. But I'm looking forward to Kenny and just what he's going to do. He's like that. Think about it. He's like that new character. He's going to get perspective of things that no one else has. Like, he's literally just joined and everything, Yeah, I'm pretty good, Kara. Not too bad. Yeah, you're married, Terry. So wait for Monday when me and Drew do wear the fist again. We'll do some more Yaya stuff. It's always fun when we do that. Do you think a fight would break out a prom? I mean, it's kind of predictable, yeah. I mean, a prom fight would be so cool. I mean, I can imagine that if not being the literally the end fight after the tournament, I can see that happening maybe episode 9, and then before the tournament, things go a bit crazy. Maybe mid-season we get it, but obviously we'll find out. What do you think about Matt Barnes? I heard he ain't in season 4. Matt Barnes? Oh, do you mean Mike Barnes? I do have a video actually dropping later about that, which is something Zabka said about Barnes. So stay tuned for that. I'll be dropping in several hours, so you can check that out if you're awake. Sam, thank you for the donation, bro. I know you said that earlier on, so I appreciate the donation. That's awesome, man. What's up, Ninja Gamer? Man can't stand, you can't fight. Man can't see, you can't fight. Yeah, I love that. I love those quotes. And the extreme situations require extreme measures. That's dope. Chosen will join with Daniel and John to beat Cobra Kai. Who knows? They have a school dance, and Robbie and Tori's going, and Miguel and Sam are going, and they are going to end it. You got to remember, Robbie and Tori. Well, Robbie was in jury, and then Tori was in, which is kind of doing like community service, but she was kind of like on house arrest, or no, she's on probation even. I don't know if they're going to go back to school unless they do, and they're like a year behind. It would make sense if they do something like that because they kind of screwed up their school year with what happened with the fight. I think Tori said she was still studying though, even though she was like working and stuff. I swear she said to Kreese in episode 2 that she was working for like a diploma and she was trying to make sure she didn't get in trouble because of what happened. So if Robbie and Tori are in school, I don't know how that's going to work. They'll have to explain that well enough. But I just think they're going to know about the prom and they're going to sabotage it. They're going to sabotage the prom for Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. And they're going to be like, we're not invited, so let's go. And remember, some of the Cobras are still in school. So, I mean, Brooks is technically still in school, even though he's not part of any dojo, as far as we know. Then you've got Kyler is part of Cobra Kai. He's in school. I'm trying to think who else. There's a few students that are basically in Cobra Kai that are still in school. So, with that being said, we're going to have them sabotaging the prom, possibly. That's definitely something you got to consider. I will talk about this prom scene at some point because I think it's definitely worth talking about. And I'd like to maybe go into like a full video about it. It'll be awesome. The real problem about the rivalries between Robbie, Miguel, and Tori and Sam is that they don't actually know each other. And when they know each other is very biased and limited. You know what? That's exactly why I think it's a very great point you bring up. Because that is exactly why Robbie and Miguel don't like each other. Because Robbie thinks this guy is getting in the way and all this, but he doesn't actually know Miguel. And Miguel probably thinks this guy just wants to hurt me. But like Robbie's gone through so much and he hasn't had his dad around. And I can understand both sides. I feel like Tori and Sam need that as well. Like, I mean, if all 4 were to come together and just talk about what happened, I mean, obviously that'd make the series a bit boring. Like, yeah, they just sit there and resolve it. But obviously, I just want them to have an understanding of why they are like what they're like. And then eventually they might be like, okay, I can understand why this and that happened now. I mean, normally it goes down to judgment and assuming at that age that a fight breaks out, so it makes sense. But yeah. Season 4. You put a $. What's your favorite scene of season 3 or generally? Season 3, probably the honk. That was so good. I was just thinking about it off the top of my head. Okay, you can't say anything. If you're not kidding, you can't say anything. But if you're actually in the show, that's awesome, man. Well done. I think it's possible. It's definitely possible. But how is I mean, if Sid is to put next of kin Johnny, that's kind of weird because he absolutely hates Johnny, unless deep down he's like, I'm even though like I don't like this kid, I will. What am I going to do with this money when I'm dead? I might as well give it to the buck because he's going to need it. It'll be more of like one of those senile old man moments, and he's probably thinking, "I'm going to just give him the money because his mum would probably want me to do that." Maybe that just shows something interesting about Sid. He kind of still cared about Johnny, but he just didn't want to show it. But he was very adamant when he didn't help him with the Miguel situation. I think that's something we all want to see in Matty, definitely. If she leaves Cobra Kai, I feel like it would be near the end of the series because like she's really the one student think that would actually stick around with Kreese. I don't think she would leave Kreese unless it was going to affect her life and it affects her family life. Like with her looking after her brother and all that and her mum. So I just think she might leave on yeah, that's it. About her GED. She needs to get that, also working, trying to get that money in for the family and trying to survive. She's got it tough. Think about her age as well. Well, I don't know if Miguel's gonna be 18 yet. We'll see. Maybe after the tournament. But yeah, possibly. I think Miguel dad will be Terry Silver because Terry Child wants him. Yeah, there's a theory, but I mean, if it happens, that's going to be crazy. But a lot of people don't want it to happen. I don't mind it personally. I think Terry still being related, that's just crazy. It's like Miguel doesn't realize how much his dad is such a threat, and he's so dangerous. He doesn't even realize it. But wow, I can imagine maybe Terry imagine the Darth Vader situation. He's trying to manipulate Miguel somehow, brainwash him or manipulate him, and then he goes, "I'm your father." Oh no, that'd be crazy. Tell me an amount I'll donate. You're not gonna do that. 1,000. I'm just kidding, bro. I mean, do what you want, bro. I appreciate any donation you give, but I'm not asking. I don't want people thinking like, yeah, give me money. I'm not like that. Who do you think they're going to bring in season 4 besides Terry Silver? I don't know. I think Jessica. I was honestly thinking her a while ago, but I don't know how she'd fit in season 4. Maybe season 5 would be a better idea. But obviously, Mike is definitely coming back. I think Julie has to be somewhat in season 5 or 6. Has to be. It would make sense, and it would extend that Miyagi-Do storyline quite nicely. Fill in a lot of things about her and Daniel and the Miyagi stuff too. I don't know. Did you know Yano Momo? Yeah, she's a little bit older than you'd think. She's not old though by any means. Like 25 is obviously young, but for her look, like obviously she looks like she's 20. But yeah. I think episode 1. No. Yeah, episode 1, yeah. Episode 2 was kind of like a slow burn, but still I didn't mind it. I'm just imagining a slow dance with Miguel and Sam. I can just imagine that. Check IMDb episode 1 and 2 season 4. I mean, guys, I already did a video on this about Ali, but I mean, I've taken IMDb with a grain of salt. Don't believe everything 100%, but normally if it's on there, it doesn't mean it. Because Kyler, Joe Sir was listed and before season 3 trailer even dropped that he was in season 3. So that confirmed he was there. And people are saying that IMDb isn't reliable, but it did confirm that before the trailer dropped. So, I mean, there was Sean. Sean was added earlier, a good few months back, and I caught up to it, and then it got removed. So, I think maybe it wasn't the case, or maybe they didn't want people to know Sean was back. Eric, been a while, bro. How you doing? I liked you in Parenthood too. It's a good job. Now has Miguel is amazing. So like to see you in a sci-fi film someday. Congratulations of Cobra Kai. Thank you. I think you guys get why I said thank you. It's just that you understand. Think Miguel dad. Oh no, I already read this, bro. I did read that. Do you think if season 5 happens, we could have a time jump? Ooh, a time jump. That would be an interesting way of doing things. I would like that. Generally, so is there going to be a prom scene confirmed? Well, a lot of people are talking about this prom scene, and I heard something a while ago, so we'll see. But I think that was I don't know if that was more of a theory or just speculation. I'm not too sure. That's a very good detail for Sid. I would like to know, like, how Sid really feels about Johnny, because he's not very he shows it in like some of the scenes, but he still might care about Johnny in a way, because he still offered his money in season 1. He was obviously like throwing it in his face. I got money, you need it, take it. But he's still giving him the money. It's like, I know he's rich, but he could easily just go, okay, nah. I've heard 1 or 2 people say this. I just don't see that happening. Just the whole Okinawa stuff was for Daniel. I think people need to remember that. It's not about any other character, unless Daniel goes with them for a trip. But I just don't imagine there's any other reason for him to go, because it's about Daniel. And I think Chosen would come to the Valley rather than Daniel go back. Although I did love Okinawa and I'd love to see it again. Possibly. I want to see more from Anthony. I really do. Do you think Terry Silver opened a chain of Cobra Kai in season 5? Well, if Cobra Kai, so I think Cobra Kai wins the tournament, and he's going to expand the Valley with Cobra Kai dojos. But who are going to be the senseis? That's what I'm trying to think. It will be crazy. Oh, awesome! Cobra Kai here in India. That's dope. You need to check. I've already seen it. That would be insane, right? Some people need to realize that not every Calvin Cross fan has to be related to characters in Cobra Kai. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying with the Terry Silver stuff. Like, I don't see it happening in a sense, because his dad might be someone else. If he's related to Terry, like in a sense of he knows him, that would be interesting. But, two bad men meeting each other might make something worse. So imagine if Miguel's dad worked with Terry. I just put that out there now, because that's something that would be quite interesting. Imagine if Kenny is the one that gets manipulated by all the things with like Cobra Kai. It'd be crazy. Imagine if Terry Silver was good. Obviously not, though. I reckon he might they might show him in a way we're not expecting, and then he immediately cuts the shit when it comes to time, Just trying to catch up with the comments. Talk about the Tory Robbie Kyler shaving head, Hawk's head theory. His new name will be Buzz. Buzz, man. I'm not gonna lie, he actually does kind of look like Buzz. The purple hair, Buzz Lightyear, that purple shaved short purple hair. He's trying to be Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. They could make a joke about that, Eric. You never know if they do that. Yeah, I think he might be, yeah. After seeing that Geek Week thing, I might not watch any season 4 news teaser. Why wouldn't you watch any teasers of trailers, bro? I mean, that just... Surely you'd want to watch them even more after Geek Week because of the way they did that. Oh my god, that'd be nuts. All the parents there as well. Can you imagine the parents seeing the fight? Imagine Carmen, imagine Amanda, imagine like pretty much, oh my god, that'd be nuts if all the parents were there. Maybe we finally get to see some of the parents of the characters we haven't even seen yet, like Hawk, Dimitri. Well, we did see his mom, but not his father. Would be interesting. Dimitri will hold a toast on Hawk like in season 2, and instead of revealing embarrassing things about him, he'll reveal impressive things about him. You know what? I would like to see like maybe Dimitri kind of do one, but like for a good reason, not to like roast his boy this time. Randy Heather. Do you know what? I think she should be back in season 4 because we didn't see her in season 3, and I think that'd be great to see her. Maybe she tells us more things you didn't know about Daniel. How do you see Barnes being introduced? I was watching the clip from Choreography and Instagram. Do you know he could have his own business and like maybe someone sees him in like an advert and it might not even be in a magazine this time. They might change it up so it's like in like a Instagram post or it's just on social media on the internet or this ad pops up and it's Mike Barnes and yeah, maybe he has his own business, but we'll see how it happens. And I just imagine him being self-employed, having his own business, getting on with his stuff, and maybe he's got a bit more humble, but I reckon that fiery side could still be a. Oh wow, that's dope. Yaya and Cobra Kai. Dominic, thank you so much, bro. You're awesome. If you were cast for Cobra Kai Dojo, which would you be in? If it was Johnny's Cobra Kai, I would be in Cobra Kai. Other than that, I'd go to Eagle Fang now with Johnny, but then I'm open to Miyagi-Do as well, so I don't mind. Maybe if Miyagi was the sensei. I mean, I don't mind Daniel the sensei, but I think Miyagi would have been, the one. I've said this before. Well, regarding Geek Week and stuff, maybe July they drop something now. It will be 2 months after they drop the Terry Silver teaser, so it does make sense if they do that. Think about it. End of July, maybe we get something, and that also means we'll probably get the trailer in September. There seems to be a 2-month gap in between each trailer. Like the date announcement, there was a 2-month gap between that and then the official trailer. So honestly, I can imagine that being the thing. And I think they dropped the Legacy trailer 2 months before the date announcement for season 3. So I'm starting to think it might not be a month in line. It's like a 2-month gap in between. So July something drops. August you wait. September the next thing drops. I honestly think July we'll get something. It's actually perfect timing as well. Because think about it, it wasn't that long ago we got the Terry Silver thing. Need some more. See some Yaya and Lucille react. Oh my god, if they met, that'd be so cool. I think Terry will meet Daniel and Terry will remind Daniel the pain he went through. Yeah, I honestly think it could give him some anxiety, which kind of links to what happened to Sam. Kind of ironic as well, because he's telling all of this stuff to Sam, but the fear might come back to him, which would be insane considering, he's kind of like looking out for Sam and yeah. What's up, Frank? Yeah, like they've definitely matured with each other as well. So like I hope they just keep that going in season 4. But there will be moments where they clash. I mean, it's Daniel and Johnny, they will clash. They're very different, but they're the same at the same time. I honestly think episode 9 and 10 will be the tournaments. Episode 9 being like maybe they just kind of introduce the tournament right at the end or midway, and then the 10th episode, maybe that's when they start it. Maybe so this is how I think. So the tournament will be in episode 9 and 10. Of course, it's going to be the 10th episode, but it'll be the 9th one. And how I think things will go down is that we'll get like maybe half of the tournament and maybe the less bigger fights in episode 9, and then maybe they leave or finish the 9th episode on literally like before the semis, and then the semis happen, which are the very big fights, and then we get the the final. Or even so, they could do it the other way around. They could just do the semis at the end of season episode 9, and then episode 10 is mainly the finals, and they do a really long episode or part of the tournament in that. Then we get the ultimate finale where there's like a big fight and it's after the tournament. So I just don't think they would end it with the tournament. I think they would end it with something else going on. Like there has to be some sort of big thing that happens after. It's Cobra Kai. Come on. Oh, thank you, Astro. I appreciate that. If the teaser drops July, then the one can drop September, the 14th October. Yeah, that makes sense to me, and I think that would be a good idea. If they drop it in October, that's going to be amazing. Because I think they'll want to drop some of the other shows that they've been waiting for, and Cobra Kai being a little bit earlier makes more sense with the way things went for season 3. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. I'd say my interest in Cobra Kai is more right now, but I love Marvel still, and I always will. But I do like the shows at the moment, but I just don't think they've been hitting me as much as I thought they would. Like, I just think I'm waiting for the movies more because the movies are where it's at. I think that'd be a nice way of doing things with characters. But it won't end their story. It'll kind of like continue it, and we'll be like, what happens next with them? I just think what happens to the older characters like Johnny and Daniel. Like, I'm kind of curious. Is this the end of their story at the end of Cobra Kai series, or? Oh God, yeah. I was telling this to Griffin Santapietro, who plays Anthony. I was saying, bro, we need to have more from you. So unfair, you're not hardly in it. And he's hoping that. Oh god. Ugh. If you are new to the channel though, please subscribe right now and turn notifications. You don't miss any videos on the channel. Just realized I never even said that. And step fit all the content. I've got a video dropping later, so you guys can check that out. And it's about season 4, of course. So yeah, loads of exciting stuff to talk about. He got that moment literally with his mum and Sam. That was literally it. You know when you watch Cobra Kai the first time and you watch it the second time? Yes, of course. I think we can all agree. Even before the season's out, I think we know it's going to be good, but yeah. But yeah, guys, I think pretty much spoke about this a while ago, but if you just joined, it was pretty much about Kenny, and Cobra Kai Kid Drew did an interview with him, and it was all this information is from his channel. So big shout out to Drew, because he did this interview. We wouldn't have found out this information. It's great. And Harry.com featured it, so it's awesome. But yeah, guys, I think that would be it for today's stream. I will definitely be doing another stream on Sunday because of the giveaway, and I'm gonna announce the winner of that, which is gonna be really fun. It was part of my 10K special because I said at 10K I'm gonna do a giveaway just to say a big thank you to you guys. So yeah, I have to actually shoot off and do something now, but the new video will be out later. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to stay tuned for more content on Cobra Kai season 4 and way more down the line, like interviews, I got more theories coming up, loads of other videos you can imagine, all about Cobra Kai. I will be posting them very soon. So please subscribe, turn on notifications. You don't miss any of my videos once you can, and make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed today's video. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on the channel. Have a good day.